Good morning, everyone. Just checked my phone. I hope everyone's well. We have sunshine outside. I'll just adjust my iPad a little, which I need to go. I'll turn my volume down on my phone for a start, and I'm going to go this way. See if that's fine. I thought I had it straight. It's hard to tell until you go live. It's always a few seconds delay. Say hi if you're watching. Still needs a little bit of adjustment. I'll get it right yet. I've had trouble with the arm on my iPad. Oh, not my iPad, on my apparatus, whatever you call it, that holds my iPad up. That's better. Yes, I have an arm that holds my iPad up, and one of the tightening screw things, it's stripped of its thread, so I had to get hubby in here to fix it all, and I'm thinking of buying a new one. But while this one works, why is that going up? Oh, I must have pressed it. I promised I wasn't going to make any mistakes today, so welcome everyone, or welcome whoever's watching. We have some. Hello Marianne, hello Carmel, nice to have you on. Amanda, good morning. Beverly from South Australia. No, it might not be South Australia. Moonta, is that South Australia or is that in America? Good morning Glenda, nice to have you on. I did open your card that you gave me. It is absolutely stunning, and love the words you put in there. I'm so glad you joined my classes. Good morning Joyce from Canada. Debbie, hello Beverly, South Australia. Okay, thank you. I thought that was the case. And Elaine, good morning. I'll introduce myself in a minute. You should all know who I am, but I'll just go through this little bit, only because I upload it to YouTube now, and I want those that watch it on YouTube only to get my details. I did have a comment on, actually I won't mention it because it wasn't very nice. I had a not so nice comment about my video last week. Good morning or evening, May from Norway. May, that's an old name. My mother's name was Thelma May, and you don't hear it around much anymore. Good morning, Elaine. Yes, I won't mention the comment anyway, but it was about my video last week, so I promise I will not make any mistakes today. The lady that did comment is not in my group, so, but she will probably, if she watches this one, she'll know who it is, but not to worry. That's her choice. I will start. I will introduce myself. As you all know, my name's Laura Strengths, and I'm admin for this group. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Actually, when I say Brisbane, I am in Logan, which is sort of part of Brisbane. It's an outer city of Brisbane. I've got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. You'll find all just photos of my cards in there that I do at my workshops, classes and all that. I've also got this large Facebook group called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Helen, and good morning, Debbie. Thanks, Debbie. And good afternoon, Evelyn from Canada. Where was I? Yes, tips and tutorials. In this group, you'll find in the Files tab all the PDFs for these cards and lots more. All the PDFs for my YouTube cards. as well, and any that some of the members post in there, they sometimes put up a PDF for us to share as well. So I hope you have a look in there and go through. I did find yesterday, because a lady was looking for a particular card and she private messaged me, which was lovely, and she wanted to know where a particular file is. I know on my iPad and my phone I cannot find by a search to find a file, but on my laptop I can. I go into the group, I go into files, and I just type in the search bar. So long as you know the name, or at least part of the name, type it in the search bar while you're in the files tab, and it will bring up the file that you need, where it was originally posted. So you can find it from there, but I've only found that I could do it on my laptop. So just a little hint, if you are trying to find something, you can find it from your laptop. Good morning, Nancy. Robin from Bethania. My brother-in-law lives at Bethania. Nice to have you on. And also my YouTube channel is called Creative Gems. So if you haven't already subscribed to that, I had a look this morning and I've got 5,500 members. I just hit the 5.5 mark yesterday, so that's nice. It goes up so slowly, but I get excited with every little one that when I get a new one on there. Hello from Adelaide. Your mistakes always help us, show us how to recover. Thank you. And it's only paper. Exactly. I think because she's not in my group, she doesn't have the PDF. She went from my video and she started scoring and cutting straight from my video. I would watch, myself, I would watch a video first before I start anything, then go and jot down measurements as you go, and then start afresh. I would not craft. This session this morning, it's called Craft Along With Me, but I would wait and probably not, you could do some of the thing, but as you saw last week, I made a mistake, and I promise I won't do that again. Good morning, Bronwyn and Kate. I think I said hello to Joan. My sister's name is Joan. Janet from New York, US. Lovely to have everyone on. Good morning, Christine. Nice to have you on. So we've finished with all of that. I'll put that aside, and this is what we are doing this morning. It's called a pop-up cross card, and it looks just flat from where you're looking at it, but as you can see, it's got a little pop-up section, that section in the middle, when it comes through on mine. Good morning, Nerida. And it's also a card. I've made it, the one I did see earlier on a while ago, it was just a card front, and then you had the writing panel on the back. But this one I've made it to a particular card. It is a lot narrower than a normal card, but it does fit, because you've got this here that will fit flat, that then will fit in a standard envelope. So you can push that either way. So that's how it works, I think. I think the, are we still live? Because it seems to have frozen on mine. I'll have a look. It's way behind on the... Just let me know if everyone's still watching, because I've shown the card and it must be still going live. I'll just get out of my phone for a sec and go back in there. Just excuse me if I don't say hello. Just let me know if it's not going. Oh, there, it's showing it there now. Must have caught up. Still live. Thank you, Joyce. Thanks, Debbie. Okay. Mine's picked up now. I don't know why it seemed to have stopped. I'm not making any mistakes this morning. Okay, we'll get started. And I did put up the measurements the other day, which are, it looks like a lot, but it's all the different panels. That's all you need. And what I'm going to do, as I go through them, I just got a highlighter. As I go through the pieces, I'm going to highlight them off, so that way I know I've done all my pieces and haven't missed any. that I have to go and cut later. So my main base, that's in this Night of Navy Blue, and this one I'm doing yellow. Well, it's called Daffodil Delight, and it's 11 by 3.5. That's that piece there. And then the mat on that, which is the white, and I've called it an insert. It's 5 1/4 by 5. That's that piece there. We're going to score both of those. And then this other little mat that goes across the cross here, because the cross at the back here is the white. That's your insert piece. So this cross piece at the front here is this little piece here, and it's 5 1/8 by 1 1/8. No, it's not. It's this one here, 3 1/8 by 1 1/4. I'm glad I'm highlighting them. And then the coordinating colour mats are 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of the old olive. So we've got 3 by 1 1/8, which I think is this one here. I'll just get my ruler. 3, no, that's the 5 one. 5 1/8 by 1 1/8. That's the one I just highlighted off. And then we've got 3 by 1 1/8, and that would be this one. 3 by 1 1/8. That's the cross one on the cross here. So that's that one. And then we've got 2. Oh, no, we'll wait for those. This one here. Mats 5 1/8 by 7/8 of an inch, and they're down the side panels here on these sides. So that's those 2 there. I've tried to keep the patterns with the mats there. And then we've got the DSP mats. I've got some more over there. They're for inside. So these ones I'll show you the pattern in a minute. Those go on the sides. 2 7/8 by 1 inch is that one there, patterned paper. It's going with that pattern. That goes down the centre of the card. I'll bring that one back in. That goes down the centre of the card. And then 5 by 1. That's the one we just did. 5 by 1. Double check. So as long as I get them all right before we start. And then the DSP, we've done that one up there before. And then this DSP here is 5 inches by 3/4 of an inch, which is 5 by 3/4, 2 of those. And they go down the side panels on the card. So that's all of those. I've named them pattern 1 and pattern 2. So this is my pattern 1 on that one. And I've got some for the inside as well. And then the inside mat, 5 1/4 by 3 1/4, which is basic white. That's for your writing panel inside. And then the pattern paper in there is 3 1/4 by 3/4. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. Oh, there's the other one there. Sorry, I've missed one. And I must have highlighted it off. Wait till we have a look. That's on the cross panel. That's the other cross on the top. Yep. So that's 2 7/8. That's that one there, 2 7/8 by 1. And that's pattern 1 as well. And that's my little greeting. We'll leave that aside. And these 2 here are the pattern for inside, which is 3 1/4 by 3/4. Actually, I think I made them smaller. No, I didn't. 3 1/4, that's correct. It's an illusion. Sometimes you look at something and you don't think that's not the right length. So that's all the pieces. And then I've got a greeting panel. I've used this one because it's the only Easter greeting that I've got. It says Easter Blessings, and it's in a retired set. I'm sure all of you have got some sort of Easter blessing card. It's in that Daffodil Daydream, and the little die that I used to cut that out with the little raggedy edges. It's in the Perennial Postage dies, which are, I think they're still current. The stamp set isn't, but the dies are. So that's that there. And we've got some embellishments also. I've missed, hello Cindy, hello Bronwyn, thanks Glenda. I must have just had a freeze for a minute. Thank you, Wendy. I always pick my colours first before, like pick my paper, patterned paper first before I choose the rest, and then I go by the colours. Stampin' Up tell you the colours on the back of the pack, what colours are in the paper, so then you can coordinate with that. So it makes it easy for me. Good morning, Corinne, and good morning, Sandy. You caught me live. Hello, yay. So now we're going to do some scoring. If you wanted, you don't need to take a screenshot of that. Those measurements were in the featured tab. I popped them up the other day and I've pinned them into the featured tab. But when I upload it to YouTube, they will be in the description box of the video as well. So no need to write them down. So we're going to score this one at, it's 11 inches long, so we're going to score it in half at 5 inches. I think I'm in view. Yes, I am. 5.5. So that's all you need to do on that piece. We'll burnish that one. It's the next piece. We have to get it right. No mistakes, Laura. Good morning, Brenda Rennie. And good morning, Dell. We've only just started the card, but you can go back and watch the replay from the beginning. So that's that. That's the card we're doing this morning. And then you'll need this larger white piece. Now just make sure when you do it that you've got the correct side at the top. You want the short side at the top. So that will be the 5-inch piece. It's 5 by 5.25. So you want the 5-inch side at the top. So that gives you the height, the 5.25. Because the matte piece is 5.5. So that way it gives you that 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. So we're going to score it at 1 inch. So I'm putting my cardstock on the left edge here. And we're scoring at 1 inch with the cardstock on the 1 inch mark. And then 1 7/8, which is 2 strokes on my trimmer, 2 strokes before the 2. Now I always do this if I'm doing an equal-sided scoring. Scoring is the same on each end of a piece. I rotate it 180 degrees and then I do the same score again, rather than going all the way across there, and sometimes you've only got to be a fraction out and it doesn't line up. It's not even with the other side. So go back, rotate it 180 all the way around, score at 1 inch and 1 7/8, which is 2 strokes before the 2. And that is all the scoring we need to do. So I'll put that aside. Will the, yes, Bronwyn, Bronner, sorry, Bronner Sue. They will be in the files tab. It'll be converted to a PDF with all the instructions. I haven't put the pictures on this one yet, but that's all your instructions of your scoring and everything else. So all of that will be in the files tab under the name pop-up cross card. It'll be right at the top. I just explained before, if you ever need to do a search in the files, you can do it on your laptop. If you just go into my group, into the files tab, and then type in the name of the file at the top in the search bar, and then it will find it for you. I did it the other day because a lady was asking me, she said she couldn't find something, and it was, I think, back in August or something last year. So yes, you can search for it, but I've only found I can do it on my laptop. So what I've done here, I've created this panel in the center. So I've got 2 mountain folds here, and then the outside ones are coming backwards on themselves to make valley folds. And that's the base of your little cross in the center. So we're not going to stick that on there yet. I'm going to decorate these panels first. That one there is for inside, and the 2 little ones are for inside. So we'll leave those aside for a minute. And we want this one down the centre, but we've got a mat that goes on it, which is this bit wider one here. So I can stick those 2 together first. Good morning, Brenda from Saskatchewan, Canada. Good morning. Not a problem, Bronwyn. Bronner. I keep calling you Bronwyn. It's Bronner. Not a problem. Glue. We need some glue. That's a pretty pattern on that one too. I've chosen a couple of different patterns. This paper is still current, I think. Not sure. Oh, it's in the mini catalogue, I think, which is current till the end of April for anyone that's Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So that one, it's got the little 1/8 inch border all the way around for that one. And then the cross panel, we need the white background to line up with that. So we need to put that green piece, the old olive piece, onto that first. This is such a simple cross card. Even if you're not religious, I would love to receive a card like that for Easter. I don't send out a lot of Easter cards, but I think it's quite simple and quite effective and easy to do. So that one's going onto the white panel first. Just make sure you put that on there and not straight onto the base part. And then I've got the same pattern that's going across. I think you need 2 different patterns to sort of highlight the cross itself. I've got tweezers there. I should have my tweezers out. Seem to get glue all on my fingers lately. So that one's going on there. Just checking, make sure I'm still in view. My printer carked it yesterday as well. I've got a bloke coming. He can't get here before Tuesday, so I said I'll hold off. I don't need. It's just the colour section of it. It's the magenta. It seems to be blocked because with the blue, what colours are they? Blue and yellow. All my photos that are printing out green, which I do not like green that much. The magenta's not bringing the reds and the pinks through. So I did phone him yesterday, and he's a lovely man. I'm not sure what nationality he is, but he's easy to understand. And he was driving, and he's talking to me and telling me how to do all these tests and everything, and I did everything, and it still didn't work. So it's still under warranty. So he's going to come out on Tuesday and have a look. It might be something I'm doing wrong. It was working the day before. The ink tanks were full. I've got an Epson ink tank printer, which has been excellent, but nothing's excellent when it... I'm just putting all these mats on these. These are going down the sides, like so, down there and down there. This one will come in here. You could decorate these panels in here as well, but I think that lets it stand out as a cross in the centre by doing that. So we can put those down the centre. So hopefully he can fix it for me, because I really do need my printer. He asked me to have a look and see how many pages I'd printed, and it wasn't overly excessive for the amount of time I've had the printer. He said, oh, that's not too bad. So it's not like I overwork it. And it was working one day and then not working the next. And then the arm that holds my iPad up when I do my lives, it broke, or not broke, but sort of broke. Everything went wrong. I was just waiting for the third thing to go wrong yesterday. Good morning. Oh, we've got a few on. Gemma, hello. Just on a break from work, but we'll watch the replay. Not a problem. Marilyn, good afternoon. You're in New Zealand. Yes, it's afternoon for you. Daylight saving finishes tomorrow in Australia. So all of Australia will be back to normal times. Thank goodness. Good morning, Annette. I can't pronounce your surname, from Ottawa, Canada. Morning, Fran. I'll see you tomorrow. I've got 10 ladies coming tomorrow. I think that's a record for a while. I was out there setting up earlier this morning, and I had 9 set up for some reason, and then I thought, I've got 10 ladies. Where's the other one? It was a lady that couldn't come on Wednesday, so she swapped to tomorrow. So we have 10, which is lovely. It'll keep me on my toes tomorrow. So that goes up there. I've kept that flat, but I've put the greeting up. I'm going to put this on here because I think it'll be easier to do once you've got it on here. Now, there is a little trick to getting this right. You need to put the glue on just one side first. Don't try and do the two together. And we're going to line this up. Now, it'll be approximately 1/8 of an inch down there. But when you push this across, make sure you can wiggle it around because you've got the liquid glue. Make sure you've got the 1/8 inch over this side. So just glue one side at a time, and then make sure it's all nicely squared up on the front piece. Even if you don't want to put your glue on there first, just line it up to see where your card is going to end up. This one, it'll go this way as well, but you can do the glue first. But make sure you've got your same border down the side. Then we can put some liquid glue on the other side. Not an overly lot. And then if you push that across the other way, like so, and push it down flat. Good morning, Donna. Can't wait for the daylight saving time. Me too, Christine. First time viewer. Good morning, Maureen T. Power. And Natalie from Northland, New Zealand. Hi from Phillip Island Racetrack. What are you doing on Phillip Island Racetrack? Karen. I've never been to Phillip Island. I've been to Bathurst where they have the race there, but there was no race on when I went there. So that's the base of your card. Lots of ladies on this morning. Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, Corinne. And Donna from Hamilton, Ontario. Good morning. I think I said hello to Donna before. So this one, you can judge yourself. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue here, not on the actual strip piece, because if you go too far, you'll end up with glue out here where it's going to stick to the wrong section of the card. So put it on your center panel and just eyeball that. You can go this way. Actually, I'm going to leave it up because I can see it better that way. So long as that there and that there is the same length, and up or as high as or low as you like. And then we'll push it down and get it to stick. Good morning. Oh, I've said good morning, Christine. We'll make a lovely sympathy. It will make a lovely sympathy card. It doesn't have to be for Easter. Also, when you push it down flat, make sure that there, you can see there, it's nicely lined up there. So you'll know it's going to be straight if your under panels are straight. So that's that. And then these are for the inside. We'll do them first. So open your card up. And when I can't think of anything to put inside, I just put some little bits of DSP. This one I thought went nicely with a couple of strips of it. Keep it simple. And it brings up a little bit more of the pattern. I'm finally going to use my tweezers. So you can place those wherever you like. You can even do strips down this side, on the sides, make them the length of the white. I had such a big day planned yesterday. All the things, I've got a retreat coming up in May, and we're just starting prepping now. And I had so much to do yesterday, and then the printer, I mucked around with the printer for about an hour and a half. And then this arm thing on my apparatus thing, mucked around with that, and I got nothing done. It was a pain in the butt. Nothing goes right when you want it to. I think we're back on track. I've got all this afternoon. I'll get back. I've set up for my workshop tomorrow, so that's out of the road, hopefully. Now this one here is going in here. Like so. You could put this one in before you do your front piece. Makes no difference. And that goes inside there. You've got plenty of room there to write a nice little message. And then this, and I've got some embellishments. This one I'm going to put up with dimensionals when I get them out, which I didn't get out. They're my little ones. Oh, here we go. Plenty here. I'm just going, yes, it'll be fine to put 3 across. I was just thinking if it was down there, you'd only have 1 in the middle, but they've got the whole panel across. You could do this without the cross piece to make it just a standard birthday card or whatever. Just put some greetings down the centre. Not sure who that is. Someone's messaging, which I don't answer while I'm doing a video. So that's going in the centre there. And then I have these new, which I think are so pretty. They go with lots of other things besides the new. These are the new in colours, 25-27 in colour flat pearls. But they're so, so pretty. They've got a really shiny surface on them. I'm not sure if you could see them. I'm going to use these, which are, I'm not sure the name of Darling Duckling, I think the colour's called, wherever they got that from. Where's my pick tool? I'll get another one. This one here will do. I'm not sure where I'll put my other one. I'm going to use the brighter yellow ones, because they will tone in with this. We'll do a medium one. I'll change where I put them. Got 2 up there and a little one down the bottom. Yes, you could even make it into a birthday card and just put it in the centre so it doesn't look like a cross. Excuse me. Or leave it off altogether and just put something down the centre there. Just make it a little bit different if you didn't want it as a sort of religious card or sympathy card. That's all we need there. And we're all done. Yay, we got through without a mistake. It was pretty simple, that one. There we go. Listen to your birds outside. Oh, can you hear them? Yes, we have a park across the road, and in the morning when the sun is just coming up and late in the evening when the sun is going down, not the ones that you can hear now, but we have white cockatoos, and they just screech so loud. I wake up early anyway, so it doesn't bother me, but last night we were watching TV and I swear they were louder than they normally are. I said to Graham, shut the door. We can't even hear the TV. They were so loud. But yes, it's nice. We've got a lot of bushy sort of area around here. There's a little bush park track down one house over. You can walk through the bush. So it's really nice. Thanks, Glenda. Yay, no mistakes. I think I told Glenda the other day about my story. Thanks, Carol. Yes, it is simple. That's it from me. I got through without a mistake and my arm held up, so hubby will think that's good because she doesn't have to buy a new one. Yes, I can hear the bird now. They sit in, there's a nice big gum tree just outside, or 2 houses over, and they sit in that and warble in the morning. That will be it from me. I shall catch you all again next Saturday. Saturday morning, I don't think there's anything else on. I know when my retreat's on, I won't be doing a video, but I will go around the room and show you how it's all set up. Tomorrow afternoon I'll post the cards from tomorrow's workshop that I showed you the layout the other day. Thanks, Nerida. Yes, that's it from me. I'll see you all again next Saturday. Bye for now.